I remember when I was much younger in ministry, I was traveling around the world with Pastor Benny Hinn, doing healing crusades in Africa and in Europe and across the United States. And we left out of a meeting. Pastor Benny Hinn laid hands on me and said, Pastor Bryant, the power of healing is on you. I said, thank you, Pastor. I went back to Empowerment Temple in Baltimore, where I formerly pastored. There was a woman who came in the church on a walker. I prayed over her for the Lord to heal her. She threw down her walker and started running around the building. The church went into pandemonium, and I really felt like the power of God was on me for healing. Until the next Sunday. The same woman came back to church with her walker. I'm looking at her coming down the aisle, dragging that walker with her. I'm angry, I'm incensed. I waited for the choir to start singing, everybody to start standing, so I could slip out of the pulpit and go check her. I said, look, lady, you messing us both up. Said the people gonna think I'm a hoax. They gonna think I'm a con artist. You took off running around this church last week saying God healed you, and you were back this Sunday with a walker. She said, Pastor Bryant, I didn't mean no disrespect. God did heal me. I said, if he healed you, then why do you still have the walker? She said, I'm healed, and I believe that God has given me the full strength of my legs to be able to walk on my own. But now I'm used to having a walker. Used to having a walker, and people know me for my walker. It ain't nothing wrong with me still keeping this walker. I paid good money for it. I said, absolutely not. When Jesus healed the man at the pool, he told him, rise, take up your bed, and walk. You can't keep what used to be a crutch. And some of y'all are laughing at that lady, but a whole lot of y'all are just like her, because God healed you, God delivered you, God gave you strength, and you keep dragging that Negro, you keep keeping that same job, you keep holding on to who you used to be because you think you need what you already been delivered from. I was thinking about that episode in my ministry, and Carl Jung's word association test came to mind, which is based on the idea that your subconscious can control your conscience. That one word can unleash past trauma or reveal unresolved internal conflicts. I hadn't thought about that incident for years, until I was emotionally triggered sitting at home watching television. And every commercial that started playing said Walker for Senate. I hadn't thought about it. I don't even know what made my mind go back to it. But Physiopedia pronounced a walker is a walking aid used to stabilize patients with poor balance, compromised mobility, and lower extremity impairment. Ladies and gentlemen, when the Republican Party of Georgia moved Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia so that he could run for Senate, it's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy. They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do. telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a gun. And you think they not gonna tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker, we need a runner. We need somebody who gonna run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who gonna run and push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody who gonna run and make the former president respond to a subpoena. We don't need a walker, we need somebody who will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. Georgia, I need you to know the slave Negroes y'all are used to don't live here no more. We can think for ourselves, function for ourselves, and vote for ourselves. Why? Because we don't need a war.